Hey, what's up everybody? So today I'm going to be cooking a beef chuck cross rib roast. The beef chuck cross rib roast goes by other names, and you can call it a book roast, a Boston cut, a bread and butter cut, a chuck arm roast, a clod roast, a English cut roast, and a shoulder center roast. That's what they're called. And I'm going to be smoking it on my Weber Kettle Grill, and I'm going to be using some big old chunks, well, maybe one or two big chunks of mesquite wood. That's right. I love mesquite. And the seasoning that I'm going to be using today is SPG, salt, pepper, garlic by Grillaholics. These guys right here, and I'm gonna give it a try. I've never made a beef roast using SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. Never used it before. So we're gonna smoke that baby on the Weber Kettle Grill, and we're gonna see how it comes out. And guess what? We're gonna wrap that baby in some butcher paper, unwaxed butcher paper. That's right, we're gonna be wrapping that baby up later on after it smokes for a little while, and then we're gonna see how it comes out. So let's go smoke the roast and follow the steps, and you can do it too. Oh, also, that's right, down below, there's gonna be a link to get the rub if you want it. The SPG salt, pepper, garlic by Grillaholics. The link is gonna be down below. And I'm also going to include a coupon code so that way you can get a discount. All right, let's go smoke. All right, so we're going to be using a 5-pound beef chuck cross rib roast that's boneless. And we're going to be using the Grillaholics SPG rub. And this stuff is amazing on chicken and everything else that I've tried it on so far. But you just got to make sure you shake it up, because those big chunks of pepper on there will come out first. And then you'll just have a peppery, type of cook. So you just want to make sure that you shake it up real good, so that way the salt and pepper and the garlic mixes up really well. And this looks good so far. So now it is time for me to season up this meat. And I'm going to cover it really, really heavy, because this is a big chunk of beef, and you just want to make sure that those flavors penetrate the meat. All right, so we're just going to rub it in really, really good, get it over there really, really good. Look how good it goes on the meat. The salt, the pepper, the garlic, and it smells delicious. If this comes out as good as this smells, then I'll be a happy, happy camper. All right, so we're just gonna keep on seasoning it, and covering the whole thing. Yep, just like this. Rub, 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 both sides, even the sides of it. Make sure you get it in there really, really good. All right, now that all the rub is on there, we're going to cover this baby up in some good old mustard. That's right, and it's going to give it that really nice flavor. And the way that the color comes out with the mustard when it's smoked onto the meat, it is delicious. So let's hope this works out really, really well with the combination of the SPG rub. Make sure you cover all of the meat, both sides, the ends of it, everything. You want this baby to be covered completely in mustard. Just as much seasoning you put on there is how you're going to put this mustard on there, the whole thing. Now the mustard is all over the roast, and now this is the type of wood I'm going to use. I'm going to be using these big chunks of mesquite wood. I got the charcoal already hot, and I have the wood already hot. And now we're going to put the lid on there, and I'm going to wait until the grill reaches 210 degrees. Right now it's going to be really, really hot, so I'm going to let it drop a little bit. And to make sure that my meat is cooking up to temperature, I'm going to be using this wireless thermometer by Grillaholics, and the link is down below if you want to get one with the coupon code. All right, so now we're going to put this baby on the smoker. The grill is at 210 degrees, and it is ready. The thermometer is in the meat, and I think everything is good to go. All right, so we're going to put the lid on there. And we're going to let this cook for about 2 hours. 2 hours is up. It's time to get the smoker up to 225 degrees. But first we have to wrap the meat. That's right. So while you're wrapping the meat, make sure you have enough charcoals on there to get your grill up to 225 degrees. And when it gets to 225 degrees, then you can throw that meat back on there. Now with this butcher paper, it is unwaxed butcher paper. So just make sure when you use it, it's not waxed. It does not have wax on it. All right. So just be aware of that. Not just any butcher paper. It has to be the unwaxed butcher paper. And just make sure you wrap the meat up really, really tight. really tight. All right, so all that heat and everything can get that meat going, and it can get nice and tender and juicy. All right, so the grill is up to 225 degrees, and it's time to put the meat back on there. Now we're going to put it on the smoker for about 2 more hours. And then after those 2 hours, we're going to jack the temp up a little bit, okay? So the meat is on the smoker. It's wrapped. We got the temp going real good on the grill. And now the 2 hours are up. All right, so the meat is done, and it is time to take a look at this beauty right here. Unwrapping it. Look at all those juices. And it smells so good. That mesquite smoke with that seasoning on there and that mustard. Yes, indeed. This is a beautiful piece of meat. Now, I am going to let it cool down. So I'm going to let it sit for about 45 minutes. And then after the 45 minutes are up, then it'll be time to, you know what? It'll be time to cut into this baby. All right, so now it is time to cut into this baby. And first I got to take these strings off because it's just one of those things when they do the boneless, they do wrap it up in the string to hold it all together. All right, so cutting into this baby. Look at all that juice on my cutting board. And look at it. Nice, medium well. That smoke ring on it. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, look at this baby. It's beautiful. That smoke, look at it. All that flavor just sitting there, all that moisture, all that juice. I am going to enjoy this. Yes, I am. And it's nice and firm. It's not tough. Now, when it comes to this type of roast, you have to thin slice it. You don't want to, do thick cuts of it, for your meal, unless you want to eat it like it's a steak or something. But the taste, the taste is ridiculously good. This SPG rub, this mustard, this mesquite smoke on it, this has turned out into a roast that I am completely happy with. Yes, I am. And then for this, you can make some really good thin slices to make you a nice beef sandwich. You can also cut it up in like small thin chunks and do it with a pasta and an Alfredo sauce. There's so many things you can do with this type of roast once you smoke it and cook it up really good. And also for the thermometer, once again, the wireless thermometer, it is from Grillaholics. And the rub is from Grillaholics, the SPG, salt, pepper, garlic, and you guys have to give it a try. Give it a try. I'm telling you, you will be so happy with getting this rub. All right, so that is it. You guys can make you a really good sandwich with the leftovers, and it's your turn. Go cook some. All right, bye.